Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Audrey and I make content about all things lifestyle, fitness, and all-round wellness. And if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing. It's nice here, it's a vibe. So I hope you consider joining the family. So today's video, I've been thinking about the best title for it, and I think it is Living in My I Deserve This era. So let's get into the video.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up. And he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's...
So I am not with Metro anymore. I am with Palmer's cocoa butter formula with vitamin E. I have been loving this because it smells good and it's really moisturizing. And it makes your body shine like a diamond. Yeah, she might just come here because she thinks I'm talking about her. But anyway, so the first point I have for this video as we do our eyebrows is you are deserving, obviously, as the title says, but I don't think a lot of people know that. What is the reason why you don't go for everything you want? Simply because you feel like you're not deserving of it. So okay, there's a position that you've seen and it has certain requirements that you might not have. So you have 80% of what they need. You have your bachelor's degree, you have your... Wow, I burnt myself. I burnt myself the other day and I'm only seeing it now in this mirror because it's so up close. But anyway, so you don't apply for it because of that 20%. But I know people who've gotten jobs where they're not qualified at all, but they've gotten into that interview and they've convinced people that they are the best person for the job. You want to know why? Because most of the things that we learn in school, in most fields anyway, I don't know about like engineering and programming or whatever, but once you get the job, it's a lot of on-the-job training, and as long as you have a slight idea, you do well. So all I'm saying is don't hold yourself back just because you feel underqualified. You're deserving of everything good that can come to you, so go for it. I don't know if you have watched any of my other vlogs, but recently, well, this year, I have decided to read a chapter of the Bible every day, every morning. So I started with Proverbs, and then I've done the books of wisdom. I'm in the last book of wisdom now. So I did Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Job. Now I am reading the book of Psalms, and I did that because I want to try and have a closer relationship with God, and that means knowing him. And how else am I going to know about God than through reading scripture, right? And in Ecclesiastes, of course, it talks about having knowledge of how much God loves you and not worrying. So what does that mean for me? I work, okay, and then I have set plans, and I'll give you an example of I work remotely, right? And for the past 3 weeks, if you live in Cyprus, you know we've been having electricity problems. Now, if I have scheduled work and then the electricity goes, or my Wi-Fi stops working because at the base station they have lost their connection, thereby I don't have a connection. A few months ago, I would have been worried sick, so stressed out, I wouldn't know what to do. And then I realized that it's out of my hands, and stressing is not going to change the situation. So yeah, I just decided that I'm going to stop worrying about things. And you know what happened? Everything has been working for my good. Why? Because I know who I am and I know whose I am. So no matter how many clients that I disappoint, they still come back because we have built that kind of relationship. And if they're not understanding of a situation like that, maybe me and them shouldn't be exchanging energy anyway, right? So this is the same thing that happened with me and money. For example, if I miss maybe an hour of work, I lose a few dollars. And I always used to worry about that, like, oh, I calculated with my schedule that if I work this much, I'm going to make this much, and then it's going to change, right? But the moment I stopped worrying about my finances, everything became smoother. Everything. And it can only be God, because he was really trying to remind me that no matter how much you plan, no matter how much you plan, God has a path for you. So if you're stuck worrying, how are you going to pull your head up and see the best thing that can happen in your life if you just trust in him and have faith? So yeah, that's the first point of the video. I don't feel like I am going to put, oh, I'm looking at the mirror here. Do we need concealer? No, we don't. I'm just going to a festival, so. Oh, and I'm also having coffee. My skin is very dry. I don't know why that's happening. That's supposed to be only a winter thing. But am I worried? No, it's gonna fix itself. So the second point is that, well, it's still under the deserving context, so it's still under the deserving bracket. I have been living in my princess treatment era, and I love it for myself. So my birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and I had the best birthday ever, because of course I planned what I wanted to do, but it just so happens that every other person around me understood just how important my birthday is for me, and they also came through for me, and I am so appreciative of that. I really felt like a princess on my birthday and the days following, and it was just beautiful. And this was actually the first birthday that I never stressed about anything, and look what happened. Everything just went smoothly. I had a blue birthday. I didn't plan it. I don't know, man. It's just beautiful. So yeah. And also, so you remember this watch I got for my birthday, and we needed to adjust it, so now it fits like a glove. But as we were at the jewelry shop, I saw something, and I was looking at it, and my fiance saw that I was looking at it, and then he said, oh, what are you looking at? And then I was explaining to him how I have always pictured myself with a ring that is in the pear shape or the drop, and I was looking at one that wasn't a diamond, because I feel like I'm unique, and I've always wanted a stone that is also unique. And my fiance was like, oh, do you want it? And I said yes, and he was like, okay, let's get it. I was like, okay. I didn't even ask questions, because I was just like, okay, is this happening? But I was so happy. Anyway, this is the new rock on my finger. I don't know if it'll focus. Let me get out of the... This is a new rock on my finger. It is actually heavy. Anyway, so it's a Zultanite stone, meaning it changes color. I don't know what color it's picking up on the camera right now, because usually when I try to take it with my phone, it will only show the it's like a light emerald color, but because it's in the sunlight now, for me it's a light purple. So I don't know what color it's picking up, but Basically, it is a precious stone that you can only find in Turkey, and it changes color depending on the light that you're in. So artificial light, natural light, either a dim light or a bright light. And it was just perfect for me, and now it is on my finger. So yeah, that's another thing about being in your deserving era. Okay, we'll leave it like that because I don't know what else to do. There are certain things that I have always wanted, and I get it, but then I don't realize I've gotten it because always thinking of the next thing. I have always been into content in one way or another. If you see my baby pictures, I don't even know if I want to show one here, but I will put one here. And you'll see that I've always loved being in front of the camera. I started this YouTube, my social media journey, because I wanted to work with people and be able to explore and express myself in different ways. But I just love being in front of the camera. And you know what? I think the last time I traveled home, I worked with my first brand, which was Shina. It was the shea butter and the African black soap, and I loved it. And now I am working with people who just appreciate my craft. For example, my hair, the one that is growing from my scalp right now. Yeah, she just texted me and she said, come, let me do your hair. And I was like, Miss Ma'am, thank you. That message came like very late, and I sleep early, so that was the first message I heard when I woke up, and I was beaming because this is what I have been sort of working towards, just being able to work with people, collaborate with people who appreciate my craft and I appreciate their craft. So the things are aligned, we are getting there, and I am so happy. So the last thing is, you know, I've been complaining about my dissertation for a long time. I have been hinting and putting subliminals that it has been stressing me, and somehow this year things just started moving like that rapidly, and I am so happy because, to be honest, I am tired and I can't wait to finish and just move on to the next chapter of my life. So yeah, it is great, it is wonderful, and I am so grateful to God that things are moving the way they are moving now, because I have hope of finishing soon and just moving on to, like I said, the next chapter of my life. So yeah, I look forward to whatever the year is going to bring to me, all the good things that the year is going to bring to me. And if I bump into some hurdles on the way, that's all right. I'm not going to worry about it much because, one, no one said the weapons would not be formed against me. But Alexa, what does the Bible verse say? No weapon formed against me shall?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the Bible verse that says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper" is found in Isaiah 54:17.
And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. So yes, I think this is going to be my look for the day. I think so. Someone commented on my last chit chat, Get Ready With Me, that I kept on saying, oh, this is the last one, this is the last one, and I did like 17 steps after, and I believe in that. So I'm gonna just finish my coffee. I don't think I'm even gonna finish it because it's now just water at this point. So I'm just gonna do a quick little change, and I think that's me for the day. So this was a festival look, I guess. But I just wanted to share with you, you know, what has been happening in my life and things I think that you can implement in your life also and see the change. I'm about all things wellness, and this is just part of it, right? So I am gonna throw on some lip gloss and end this video. So if you've gotten to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment down below if you have been implementing any of these things in your life, if you're thinking about implementing them, or any other things that you have been doing that has transformed your thinking and therefore reshaped your life. I would love to learn from you, and I'll see you next Sunday.